All right, in the last video we did the E harmonic minor scale. The E harmonic minor scale created for harmonic reasons. And the main harmonic reason that the harmonic minor scale was created was to give us a major 5 chord. It could be a triad, or it could be a seventh, a 4-note chord, right? And in order to get that major 5 chord, we have to change the scale of the Aeolian mode, or the natural minor scale. We change that and we raise the 7th degree. Let's play just natural minor. And now if we raise the 7th degree, that would give us these chords. Very passive resolution to that 1 chord. Gentle, passive, pretty, but not very final. So in the 14th century, they wanted something that was more final. We still use this today, obviously. So they raised that 7th degree, right? And by raising that 7th degree, guitaristically speaking, you can see that all of a sudden now we've got a B7. Which gives us a much more satisfying and complete resolution. 7th, 7th. You get the idea, right? Yeah. When you're playing through this, work through the harmonies as well. Connect the 7th chord or the 5-7 chord with its tonic chord. So and look for those on the fretboard, and find how they are related to your dominant 7th chord, right? Because of the very ethnic quality of that augmented second between the 6th and 7th degrees. There it is, right there. You can hear that very strong augmented second between the 6th and 7th degrees, and for that, because of that, during the period when they were fictitiously changing this note, they got stuck because they didn't like that augmented second. And so they decided to correct it with the melodic minor scale, which we'll do in a separate video. So that melodic minor scale got rid of that very Middle Eastern augmented second between the 6th and 7th degrees. Okay. So there's lots of homework there. You have to take this across the entire fretboard, in the, if you will, the cage system. You've always got 5 regions of the fretboard that you're playing with, right? And so I don't think it'll be too challenging to just get the fretboard underneath your fingers with an E natural minor scale, which is just going to be the same as a G major scale, and then all you have to do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, raise my 7, and so on. that's a real exercise. That really forces you to think on the fretboard, and that's what it's all about, right? It's far more valuable than seeing everything written out in some kind of tablature form or whatever, because you have to hear it. You have to hear it. You have to come up with fingerings too, right? That makes sense. Remember as well that that raised seventh is just going to be a semitone below the root, right? And that gives you that seventh that's resolving to the one. Okay, and before we go, I was just fiddling with this scale, which I don't play all that often. I used to play it more, but it doesn't really. It's difficult. If any of you can figure out a way to justify it in a jazz standard, let me know. But it's sort of weird playing a jazz standard and then all of a sudden going to Persia. But it's a lovely scale for lots of different reasons, and it's something you have to know. But I just wanted to, as I was working through this, as I said, I came up with some harmonizations. Just harmonizing the chords in a harmonic minor scale. The 1/7 chord, which I have up here, right? I'm just going to play a couple of these for you, and I think you'll get a kick out of them. The E minor chord is the 1 chord, but when you go to the 7th degree, it becomes an E minor with a major 7. Listen. Yeah. And then we have an F sharp minor 7 flat 5, or an F sharp diminished. These are sort of piano voicings. The 7 chord is a diminished. And then we can go. Or the 3 chord is a G major with a major 7, G augmented with a major 7. And of course, there's the B7, which we talked about extensively. You can hear how that's related to these other chords. So anyway, if you want to experiment, which I love doing, experiment with harmonizing the E harmonic minor scale too. Originally, it was all about harmonic reasons, but those harmonic reasons, because chords come from scales, have some very strong manifestations within harmony, and some really interesting chord sounds. And you never know what you might discover. And this is what you should be doing with all of your scales. It doesn't matter what scales you're playing. As you move forward, you'll be altering scales more, doing your own music of ficta stuff. Raising the 5, flatting the 5, raising the 9, flatting the 9. There are all sorts of just really great sounds that you can use, but whenever you change a sound in a scale, it's going to have implications throughout the scale, not just on the one note you're changing, right? Because chords come from scales. Somebody wrote me a comment and said you have to get a t-shirt that says chords come from scales, so maybe I'll do that. Okay, and thanks a lot for stopping by, and we'll see you real soon. That was the E harmonic minor scale. Start with the G major, go to the related E Aeolian, raise the 7th degree for an E harmonic minor, which creates the 5 major or the 5-7 chord. Good. See you soon.